okay, what is it? Shift, MREA, the one thing. No, it's not a promise, but it's one of my other most favorite books. But before we do that, I've got a little exercise we're going to do. Are you guys ready? So now if you're in your car, don't do this unless you pull over on the side of the road. If you're not in your car, get out a piece of paper, and here's what I would like for you to do on that piece of paper. All right. This takes a little bit to set up. So listen closely. All right. On your piece of paper, I want you to draw a big circle. Draw a big circle, like just the whole length of the paper, right? And then I want you from the top to the bottom, draw a line. So you're basically dividing that circle in half. Okay. We're going to draw a pizza. And then in the middle of that circle, I want you to put a big X with the middle of that X intersecting on that line. So you're basically going to have something like this. So you have a circle, you have a line down the center, and then an X, and then an X. Okay. So a circle, line down the center, and then an X. So that on one side of the line, you have 4 slices of pizza. And on the other side, you have 4 slices of pizza. You guys look at me when you have that done. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up when you've got that done. All right. This is going to be really important to set up the book we're going to be doing. Okay. All right. So when you're looking at your circle you've got the line going down the center, the pizza pie on the top right. So that would be from 12 to 2 o'clock, 12 to 1 o'clock. I want you to write business. Write the word business or B-I-Z. B-I-Z. And then on the next pizza pie, which would be kind of like 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock, it's your second one. It's on the right-hand side. I want you to write money. Word money. Okay. Then the next pizza pie, which would be like 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock, I want you to write the word health. Health. Health, like health. Sorry, Joanne, my Southern accent. Health. Joanne's my Massachusetts lady. All right, so from 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock, I want you to write friends and family. F and F, friends and family. All right, so now we're going to go to 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock on the bottom, that slice of pizza. I want you to write romance. Romance. And then from 7 o'clock to like 9 o'clock there, I want you to write personal growth. Personal growth. The next part of the pizza pie would be spiritual life. That's 9 to like 11 o'clock, I guess you could say. And then from 11 to 12, I want you to write fun and recreation. So how many of you need me to go through that one more time really quickly? Raise your hand. If not, this is on Facebook. It's on the live stream. You can go back and watch it. Okay. So this wheel contains 8 sections that represent one way of describing an entire life. Okay. So we're going to go through this, and I want you to think of the center of the circle. So the center of the pie, the pizza pie, as 0. And then I want you to think of this outer edge out here as the number 10. So on everything in the pizza pie between 0 and the outer ring is 0 to 10. Okay, does that make sense? Does that make sense to everybody? Okay. 10 is your rank of level of satisfaction with each area. So 0 is I'm not satisfied. 10 is I am so satisfied it couldn't get any better. Couldn't get any better. So if you imagine this line as a 1 to 10, what I'd like for you to do in the middle of this pizza pie is I want you to put a dot for where you are, what your satisfaction is for each of these areas. So like, for example, starting at the top, from 0 to 10, what's your satisfaction with your business? And wherever you can imagine that would be on that continuum, put a dot there, right? Put a dot there. It's like a dot here. Then with money, what is it? 1 through 10. Put a dot in the middle if it's a 5, or out towards the outer ring if it's an 8. With your health, 0 to 10. Is it a 2? Is it a 6? And go on around. Go on around that continuum. And again, you guys can go back and listen to this live stream on my Becky Colburn Real Estate Coaching page. But go on through and put a dot all the way around in each one. Give me a thumbs up when you're done. Lisa's done. Terry's done. Renee's done. All right. I'm going to give you another second. For those of you that are done, I want you to now connect the dots. So wherever your dot is, and then connect the next dot and connect the next dot and connect the next dot. I want you to, so inside of it, you're going to have this really wonky circle where you're connecting all of these dots, right? So wherever your dot was, if it was a 5, it's in the middle of the piece of pie. If it's a 10, it's on the outer ring. And just give me a thumbs up when you've got that done. Joanne's thumbs up. Renee, Terry, Lisa, Rosamond. I'm going to wait for the others. Give you another second or two. The Finnig team gave me a thumbs up. I love it. Thank you. Janet's give me a thumbs up. Sandra. Okay. So listen to this. With the center of the wheel is 0 and the outer edge is an ideal 10, you just ranked your level of satisfaction with each area by drawing that new line, that new bumpy circle. That new perimeter of the circle represents your wheel of life. And it's a bumpy wheel, is it not? Do you guys have edges that are at a 10 and some that are at a 2 and some that are at a 5 and some that are at a 7? So here's what I'd like for you to do. I'd like for you to look at the areas you want to improve your level of satisfaction and begin to think about what you might do about it. So here's what I'd like for you to do. I'd like for you to circle 2 areas that you want to improve your level of satisfaction. You don't have to share these. This is just for you. You can ball this up and throw it away at the end of the exercise if you want to. This is just for you. But these are the 2 areas in your life that you want to improve your level of satisfaction. Okay? Now what I'd like for you to do is in those areas, this is what you're going to do. Not now, it's 8:54. You're going to do after we're done. In those areas, I would like for you to take a moment later today, because you're going to be jumping into lead gen. So not now, but later today. And I want you to think about what that ideally might look like if you were to improve that area of satisfaction. What would you need to focus on? How would you do it? What would it look like? What would it look like? Because some of you, hey, we can always improve in business, but you're looking at your business and you're like, man, I'm at an 8 or a 9. You know, I'm doing pretty good. I'm hitting my goals. There are things I'd love to improve upon. But then you look at your money situation and you're like, man, that's a 3. Or that's a 5. Or maybe you look at your health situation. Joanne just smiled. I knew I was going to get her on that one. Or your personal growth or your spiritual life, whatever it is. And you ask yourself, well, how am I going to improve those areas? Becky, I've got all of these areas on here, and how am I going to prove it? And here's what we're going to do. We're going to read this book. We're going to do this book together. Because once you create a tiny change in your life, in that area that you want to focus on, you will improve your level of satisfaction. And this book, how many of you have read this? Raise your hand if you've read it. Joanne, awesome book. It is. It's incredible. I have it on Audible and I own it. so that I can read both together. Brielle, she says, I just bought it. See, there you go. You knew exactly what we were heading to. Smarty, smart lady. So here's the thing, guys. I'm going to invite you on this journey with me, because one area that I really, really, really want to improve upon is my physical fitness. I'm just going to be honest with you that my health, as I am in my 50th year of life, I will be 50 in December. One area in my life that I have constantly put on the back burner to focus on my business. I'm just being vulnerable with you here. I've always chosen my business. And many times I've chosen my business over personal and key relationships. Am I the only one? Thanks, Sandra. Thanks, Lisa. So actually, it's funny because my friends and family and my health, I did this last night, actually. My friends and family and my health are the two areas that I want to focus on, because I know that I will always focus on my business, right? That's what we're all going for when we start this business. So Atomic Habits. So whatever area you felt you wanted to grow in and you wanted to increase your level of satisfaction in, this book is going to help. So please buy it, download it on Audible. We're not going to start until Monday, so you'll have time to read. We're not going to start until Monday. However, I'm going to bring a very important teaching out of this tomorrow, and I can't wait to share it with you and talk with you a little bit about that to get you really excited about what we're going to jump into next week. Hey, happy Monday, you guys. I love y'all. Have a great day. I'll see you in the morning. Bye.
Thank you.